You know, when I was trying to learn bebop, you know, when I was coming out of college and all that, and people saying, connect the chord tones, all this, you know, and use enclosures. But I find when I was improvising, I couldn't understand how those awesome players, those hard bop geniuses like Sonny Stitt and, you know, Hank Mobley, Sonny Rollins, I couldn't understand how they would buzz around in a small little area of the horn, really playing really hip hard bop lines, bebop lines, like a little bee in a jar, you know, buzzing around. I never knew how you did it. So I'm here to teach you one line, which is really going to give you a whole cluster of language which you can use to learn how to weave those kind of bee in a jar bebop style lines. Okay, here we go. We're going to be in the key of G for alto. Let's start this lick, and I'm going to tell you about what Harrisons this can fit over in a minute. Harrison Fords, of course. So here's the first part of the line. Right, you can see the notes there on the screen. Let me play that again. So you're starting on F sharp, okay? So you're starting on the major seventh of the key you're in. Now, straight out the gate, there's a nice little bit of language for you. Wah, ba, boo, ba, wah. We're in this key. Now, one of the great things about this lick is the way that the rhythm gets thrown around. So you got ba da doo doo ba boo ba boo ba boo bow ba ba doo da ba ba boo be doo bow. So there's the first bit of interesting rhythmic variety. Okay, let's move on. Now you're going to have to practice this nice and slowly, and I have marked on the PDF all the phrasing and the half tongue in and what you slur and what you tongue. But remember, it's jazz, so everything is connected and smooth. Right, here we go. Right, there's the next bit. This is my favourite bit of the whole line, because this is the real bee in the jar bit where he buzzes around and does these really cool enclosures. So. So, there is the magic of this line. And then we just finish off with something a bit more standard. I was actually thinking about finishing it with something like that, but I'll keep it more diatonic. Right, that gives us the whole line. Here we go. How hip is that? And it's really buzzing around, be in the jar style inside those chords. Now what you got to do is project that out to some different keys and stuff, and you're really going to feel like you're playing some pretty hip bebop instead of just running up and down scales or even just playing chord tones. Now, built into this magic be in a jar line, there's a bunch of voice leading and enclosures, and it's dense with bebop information for you, okay? So, what chords would this fit over? Well, it's kind of a G thing, and it fits over most G things, but let's say you start on a G chord. I mean, you could even use that as a 2-5-1 lick on its own. Now, this bit is probably 2-5-1. Because you've got the 7-3 voice leading. You've got the G, which is A minor 7, to the F sharp, which is the third of D7. So you can kind of weave it into a few different harmonic areas, but mostly sort of 2-5-1-ish language in G. So I hope that has helped you. What I want you to do is to learn that lick, make sure you dial in the phrasing, and then see if you can throw it in some of your favourite standards. See if you can even put it into a different key. Right, I'm going to quickly throw myself under the bus right now. I haven't practiced this in a different key. Let me see how I get on, okay? So let me remind myself. Right, let's see if we can do it in C then. So here we go. We start on the major 7th. Ooh, first time, guys. Okay, flush with my success. Let's try it in one more key. Let's try it in the key of F. There you go. All right, let's really throw me under the bus. Let's try it in blah, 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 A flat. I hate A flat. Let's try it in A flat. Ah, so close. Hey, not bad. Right, so that's what you want to do. Practice it in all the keys. And then you start to hear it, you know. It starts to go in your ear. And you can use little segments of that language as you improvise over standards. And then you could pull up some standards and try throwing that language on top. And I think you'll have a good result. Now, remember, you've got to learn the phrasing. Right. More great stuff in my Saxophone Success Masterclass. Go and check that one out. And please, go and check out the Inner Circle membership because I'm vibing like this the whole time. Plus, every month, you can go to live Zoom and ask me anything you want. You can just play me something. You can say I'm struggling with this in band. You can say, you know what, I never know what to play on this. And I'm just right there for you helping out. So check out the Inner Circle. And until next week, make sure you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Right, flush with... Oh, bit my tongue. Why do I always bite my bloody tongue in these videos? I will not put that in the outtakes. Might be in the outtakes.